This video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Warning, this show has outdated attitudes, language, and views which may cause offense today. If you don't like it, suck it. Good morning, everyone. Yes, we are back with another Taco Tuesday. Good morning, Samantha, Joe, and Purple Valkyrie. The Valkyries are here, everyone. Good morning, Heiress of Chaos, Battle Angel. Good morning, Ambassador. Good morning, Saucy Wench, Jedi Bill 797, and Nina. Good morning, my brother from another mother at Max World Entertainment. Greetings, my friend. And yes, doctor and author, Adega Outlaw is in the house. Kronos is here with his good friend Maximilian. How are you doing, Kronos? Captain Shrek, my wrench, is here. Throwing it out there this morning. Bird of Prey 5, Kapla, brother, Kapla. Lady Mist, the Guardian of the Void, is here. Good morning, Lady Mist. Psycho Dwarf 9, Darth Haster. How are you guys doing this morning? Everyone is here. The usual suspects. Chris Persia, the wrench of wrenches, is here. Good morning, brother. Guys, how is everyone out there doing on this wonderful Taco Tuesday? Sit room. How are you doing, brother? Sit room. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Darth Monkey Orad. Guys, thank you so much for being here this morning for another Taco Tuesday. I am so excited. I wanted to take some time and talk about DC Comics, some of the movies, and what's in store. Guys, what's in store? 24/7 Fusion Media. Hail, brother. How are you doing this morning? I have been talking with our wonderful co-creator of Taco Tuesdays, Mexican Iron Man, and we are going to be covering some comics. We are going to be looking at DC Comics. We're going to be looking at DC movies, the future and the past. I have loved DC Comics for as long as I can remember. I've loved Superman. MB Geek, Jesse, how are you doing, brother? I have loved Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. Obviously, you guys know that I absolutely love Wonder Woman, and I'm worried about the future of DC. Now, I saw some good news. I saw some really good news. There will be no Birds of Prey 2, and there shouldn't be. That movie sucked balls. They completely screwed that up. They flushed it down the toilet because of politics, which they have done so much with so much that we love and that we care about. Adega Outlaw Lanterns. Yes. Yes. No, they're going to skip to 3. Oh, what, Birds of Prey 3? I know they've got a Suicide Squad coming out, obviously. Yeah, Chrono Chiron. It would have been better if it had some Klingons in it. Can you imagine if that's what Tarantino did with Star Trek? He made a Klingon movie called Bird of Prey. Then Bird of Prey 5 could have a movie named after him. 24/7 Fuchsia. I only collect mainly DC comics, and I have 7 long boxes to back that up. Hell yes, brother. Hell yes. You know what, dude? Give me just a minute. I don't know if you can, but I am going to throw you an invite 24/7. And if you would like to come on this morning and share some knowledge of the DC universe, I would love to have you on. Because we are going to fight this. We're going to fight what's happening to Superman. We are going to fight what is happening in comics. We are not going to put up with this. Check your DMs 24/7. If you can, you're more than welcome to. Ambassador, I actually like the Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds called A Guilty Pleasure. Dude, we always wanted a Green Lantern movie. We always wanted a Green Lantern movie. Dude, I don't know, Mark. I don't know if it can be with as much with Ezra Miller in there, and as much as he has the ability to push them around now. I don't know if it will be. I want to see it because it's a DC movie and I want to support DC. But Red Sox 5, go woke, go broke, and then they wonder why the movie tanked. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that is exactly why the movie tanked. All right, 24/7, I'll be waiting. We get into this pattern that they've been in, and they have to change that pattern if they want to survive. If they want to survive and they want to continue doing what they're doing, which I don't know. I honestly don't know if AT&T cares, because that's who owns the rights now. They have to change this pattern they're in. None of us give a shit if it's a chick or a dude. None of us care. We want a good movie and a good story. We want a good comic book and a good story. What we have been getting is not. We have not been getting a good story. We have not been getting a good comic book. It's sad. It's got me bothered that the future is taking our heroes and flushing them down the toilet. Obviously, we've had bad Supermen before. Never a bad Superman, a permanent bad Superman in the Prime universe, though. And Thanos, thank you. Just tipped $1, and you guys know what that means. Skull!
There it is! Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
And Thanos said, please don't make me do it. Oh, thank you so much, Thanos. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, don't make me do the snap. Red Sox 5. Hope James Gunn can do that for Suicide Squad 2. He better. Chris Persia, Loki is correct, although Miller is the worst casting choice for Barry or Flash. He is an untouchable, so I won't hold my breath for Flashpoint. I'm not either. I am not going to hold my breath either, brother. Ezra Miller is a piece of work, and he's got his head shoved directly up his own ass. Yeah, Max World Entertainment, Dabo! Oh, man. And I want to tell you guys something. Anybody here who does not know, Trey makes a kick-ass comic. If you do not know about that, Trey, right here from Max World Entertainment, makes a kick-ass comic. Check it out, guys. Check it out. If you haven't checked it out, take the time because it's worth it. I love looking at his work. I absolutely love looking at his work. He has very talented people that are involved in this with him. He is a professional, unlike a lot of the shit you see coming out of DC and Marvel. Ambassador is James Gunn. He will bring it for Suicide Squad 2. He brought it for, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. I hope so. I hope Gunn brings it. I really feel like we got cheated on Guardians of the Galaxy 3 with what happened. And I wanted that to be the really big next trilogy for Guardians of the Galaxy. And we're not going to get the movie we were going to get when it was in pre-production. These are the things that we need to take time looking at. These are the things I want to take the time looking at. Mexican Iron Man and I will be taking a very hard, long look at DC Comics, but we're also going to be taking a long look at independence. We are going to be taking a long look at creators on Indiegogo. And we will keep doing that. This isn't going to be a one-shot episode. This isn't going to be a one a week for a month. This is going to be a continual series between I and Mexican Iron Man as we look at DC Comics and independent comics. And one of the things I would very much like you guys to do is send me info. Broken Entertainment, thank you. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Send me links to independent creators. Send me info on independent creators. And we are going to look at their books as well. Because right now, the independents, the people on Indiegogo, the people that are working on their own content, they are doing it better than the professionals. And that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. Everybody duck, it's a marshmallow cannon. Hello, Pudgy. Hello, Pudgy. Look at Alterna Comics. They're great stuff. I will, Josh and Rebecca. I have had a few creators on Indiegogo reach out to me. I'm going to be going over that with Mexican Iron Man as well. There's a really interesting one that it's kind of like a Mortal Kombat, but it's got all the old gods in it. So it's got all the old mythological gods in it, and they're all fighting in like a Mortal Kombat type tournament. I thought that was a really cool idea. I can't wait to get that and read it. From Captain Trek, next time you have Mexican Iron Man on, better make it a 2-hour show if you plan to talk. Oh, that Mexican Iron Man will never shut up. Oh, I love I think Guardian of the Galaxy 3 will be good. They got the whole cast back plus Gunn. If the studio leaves him alone, he will bring it. I hope so, dude. I hope so. But you have to understand, Ambassador, that is going to be a different movie than it was going to be. Whether it's through the actors, whether it's through the writing, whether it's through any changes they made, whatever happens, it is going to be a different movie than it was going to be. That will not be the same movie. It's not going to be the same movie. I wish it was. I wish it was. But because of the changes, it just won't. From Max Trey. Speaking of which, the second page of my first comic from 3 years ago, holy crap, 3 years ago, just came across my virtual desk on Facebook. Nice. That's true, Ambassador, but it's still not going to be the movie we're going to get. That may be a good thing. It may be a bad thing, but it's not going to be the movie we're going to get. Cobalt, only problem with Indiegogo Kickstarter is you pay $35 now and wait 12 to 18 months to get your book. Refunds are questionable. No guarantee to get your product. I waited a long time for Cyberfrog. I was one of the very first backers for Ethan Van Sciver, and I got 2 chromium cover first edition, first run comics signed by Ethan. And one of them I gave to someone. The other one I still have. But yeah, I know how long I had to wait. I waited a very long time for that book, considering I was one of the very first backers. Thank you, Broken Entertainment. Thank you, brother. And 24/7, I sent you the link on Twitter, brother, and you can come on anytime. Yep, Kronos, exactly. Yeah, most indie comics are considerably longer and come with extra stuff. This was like, does anybody remember Giant Size, the Giant Size X-Men and stuff like that? Even's book was like a thick Giant Size X-Men book. I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved it. And it's a wonderful book. The art is badass. The writing's very, very good. The book was extremely put together extremely well. I love my Cyberfrog book. Psychodorf 9. Yes, yes, yes. Get some Mexican Iron Man in here. Ole, ole, ole. Go. All right. I think our guest is ready. How's it going, brother?
Hey, I'm good, man. How you doing?
I am doing good, brother.
Man, it's good to be here, man.
Oh, it's good to have you back here. I know this was like last minute. I just saw you in there. I was like, shit, come on up, man. Hang out for a little bit.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
So DC Comics, dude, if you love DC Comics as much as I do, you have to go like way back. And you said you got seven totes, 7 long boxes full of hell yes, brother. Tell us a little bit about your love for DC.
Man, I mean, that's the thing, you know, growing up in New York, you know, after I was born, just being a little kid. One of the first things I remember in life is, you know, Batman and Robin, Superman, right along with Luke Skywalker, Star Wars, and Disney, you know, along with like Tom and Jerry. That's like one of the first few things that I remember in life is Batman and Robin. That's out of all the DC characters, those were the first 2 I was introduced to. So yeah, it's you know, it's a big deal. I mean, there's a lot of changes going on, especially with, you know, with Batman. I don't know. you know, and I know there's a witch hunt, on superheroes right about now, you know, cops with capes, shit like that. I don't know. I just, man, this year is so, I don't know. I guess, to sit there and the way things have happened is opening up a whole nother bag of, of other stuff when it comes to a lot of other things. So now, there's going to be another witch hunt on superheroes like it was back in the 1950s. I mean, that's what we're going to do. Start burning down our books. Stop collecting comics. This cancel culture. Cancel culture thing is kind of going too far, man. And it's putting what we like and what we enjoy is putting it on. There's a target on it now. Let's just put it like that. And we gotta stand up for it, because if not, people will try to cover it up and make it all disappear, and we can't do that. We can't do that.
No, and I just wanted to say Samantha Joe just tipped a $4.99 super chat, and you guys know what that means. You want to do it with me, brother? 1, 2, 3, skull!
There it is! Is it you? Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
And she says James Gunn directing Guardian of the Galaxy 3 is the only way to go. Thank you so much, Samantha Joe. Guys, you keep the lights on here. I've said that over and over again, and you do. You guys keep the lights on in here. Cobalt and Pudgy looks ammo cart empty, giggling moderators nearby with cocoa mental note, bring bigger marshmallow hopper. Yes, that way you can spray it everywhere. But dude, did you ever watch Smallville back in the day?
Yeah, I got all 10 seasons.
Do you remember that episode where they find out about, they didn't call it the Justice League. What did they call it? What was the name of the original Justice League? It was like Justice International or some shit like that. I don't remember what.
I mean, they had different. I remember that. I remember those episodes. I don't remember what they actually called them, but there was Justice League International, and then there's like the Justice League of America. I know there was an episode where
Justice Society. That's what they
ran
called
for
it.
the Justice Society of America.
Yep. And they had arrested them all. Remember how they arrested them all and took them all to jail? And the only one that was left was Hawkman. And that's kind of what I feel like is happening, man. They're taking out the heroes. They're taking out our heroes that we have loved, that we have idolized, that we've looked up to, man. I mean, I've said it before. I was a little Loki running around the house with a blanket around my neck, dude, and a cape at like 3 and 4 years old, man. Superman was a god, dude. He was a titan in my eyes.
I used to do the same thing, jumping off of couches and shit. Yeah. Yep. I remember that.
And they're gonna ruin our characters. Did you read the Injustice books?
Yeah, I did. I read the Injustice books. I got both of the games upstairs with all the DLCs. So yeah,
see, that was okay because it wasn't our Superman.
No, it wasn't.
When you see that and you're like, holy shit, he ripped the Joker's heart out. That was crazy. Right. That was insane. And then you find out, well, that's not our Superman. That's this other Superman from this alternate reality. And so you're like, oh, wow, we get to see what he's like evil. It wasn't our Superman, though.
Well, I mean, there's been different iterations of, Superman being evil, and, you have basically, like you said, you have the Injustice Superman. Then you also got to think about Superboy Prime. You know what I mean? And after a while, he called himself at the end Superman Prime, and he was a bad guy. He was the bad guy for DC's Infinite Crisis.
Yeah.
And I got that sitting right a few feet from me, so, I'm, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, and actually he's the strongest Superman out of all of them. Stronger than Clark Kent we grew up off of, stronger than Earth 2 Superman. The strongest Superman to exist is Superboy Prime. And that's because the thing is he's bounded by the laws of the DC universe before the Crisis on Infinite Earths hit.
Yeah.
But the thing is, before the Crisis on Infinite Earths, Superman was all powerful, if you remembered. And then after the Crisis, they kind of dumbed his powers down, because by the time the Crisis rolled around, this was fucking 1985, 86. By the time the Crisis on Infinite Earths rolled around, Superman as a character in the Adventures of Superman and Superman comic book, he was you couldn't beat him. He was just written to be super strong, and that's the same power that the Earth 2 Superman has. He's just as strong. And the thing is like the laws that bound the Superman that we grew up off of. He's the Earth 1 Superman. And, his powers, he can get hurt. He can get cut. Magic hurts him, different things. But, the Earth 2 Superman is dead because Superboy Prime killed him, which makes Superboy Prime the most strongest Superman out of all of them. That's why he was so dangerous.
Yeah. I know there was a series I read in my mid-20s where Superman retired. He quit. Lois Lane got killed, and he spent like 30 years in the fortress. No one saw him. And Batman had some kind of cybernetic enhancements and this badass suit. And the only thing I remember definitely was the end where him and Wonder Woman are together, and they ask Batman to be the godfather of their kid.
Oh, you're thinking about Kingdom Come.
Kingdom Come. Okay.
You're thinking about Kingdom Come. I have the original Kingdom Comes a few feet from me. Matter of fact, I got the Kingdom Come audio book on cassette sitting. I can take a couple steps, pull them right back out, and be like, look. So, matter of fact, look, let me show you something I got here. It's funny. I didn't even think that I was gonna have this talk about anybody concerning anything, but you see this?
Yes.
This is the actual issue of the death of the Earth 2 Batman, the original Earth 2 Batman. It's Adventure Comics 462. And yeah, this is a book to get. Basically, the Batman that, when Batman was created back in like the 30s and 40s, that Batman is this Batman right here. See, so the whole existence of Batman is chopped in half. So from the beginning of when Batman was created to like maybe the 60s, we were looking at this Batman right here that I got in my hands. And this is the issue that he died. Then let's say from the 60s, 70s, 80s is the Batman that we're looking at right now. That's the Earth 1 Batman. Is the Batman that we follow, in comic books and movies and everything else. So basically, let's say for an example, Adam West, he's the Earth 2 Batman because Adam West is patterned after him.
Wow.
But this is a very important comic. In Earth 2, this is Robin right here. Robin never became Nightwing.
Yeah.
He stayed being Dick Grayson till he had gray hairs on the side of his head. Right here is Huntress. Now, this is the Huntress that you follow in the Birds of Prey and everything else. This is her. But her original father was Batman, mother was Catwoman. And then this is Power Girl. Power
Power
Girl
Girl.
is the cousin of Earth 2 Superman. So basically, she's the equivalent of Supergirl.
Yep.
And as you know, this is Alan Scott, the original Green Lantern. You know, and if you've seen Stargirl, you saw pictures of him. You know, in the episode where they're going to the JSA headquarters, you get to see his picture.
Yep.
So yeah, so this is the actual issue where, and it shows how Batman, married Catwoman and everything else. Yeah, this is the book to get. For any collector that you want to get the Death of Earth 2 Batman, this is it. Adventures Comics 462. So shit, who knew? As a matter of fact, I got look, I went online and I was looking up an auction and the finding of Marv Wolfman signed Crisis on Infinite Earths #1 for $10.
Nice.
And I still have to. It's sitting right here next to me in one of these packages. I haven't even opened it, to pull it out and look at it. But for $10, that's a heck of a deal, man. And, yeah, and I mean, shipping and handling was like $4. And I was like, yo, Marv Wolfman, he's the guy that wrote the whole thing. So, to sit there and get it autographed by him, and for the auction, it looks like nobody really looked at it. And when I saw it, I was like, shit, I'm the only one that bid for it and got it. And I was like, damn.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've been hitting up auctions lately. I had a lot of comic books that were stolen from me, and I'm trying to get them back, but now they cost so much more money. And the issue is that, hell, it's hard to sit there and spend that much money on things that you had originally bought 25, 30 years ago. So I started looking at these auctions. They start auctioning off fucking comic books at a penny. Some of them do 50 cents. And if you're the only one betting on it, and they got like hundreds and hundreds of comic books, there's a chance that, only you and maybe one other person will bet on these comic books. And the biggest thing that you have to pay that is more expensive than a comic book itself would be the shipping and handling. So they have auctions on eBay and all the time. And dude, I was about to do some unboxings, man. You see all this shit here. These are all books that just came in. And like I say, one of these is the signed Price on Infinite Earths 1. And shit, I'm just ready to do some things different on my channel, other than just putting out Stargirl reviews, man. So had to rethink some things, man, especially after I got my second copyright strike. So I got a video coming out on that today. Yeah, the Warner Brothers been striking down my Stargirl review shit. I got 3 of them, man, and they're all being struck down, man. And I don't know why, if they haven't even struck down the first 4 that I did. So I don't know what the issue is, man. But yeah, they starting to strike me down every time I put one out. That's why I haven't been putting one out lately. I've been trying to figure out, well,
are they claims or are they actual strikes? Are they putting a strike on your channel, or is it just a claim?
It's a copyright, the claim.
Okay.
It's the claim. Yeah, right.
You know what, dude? After we get done with this today, there is a way to get that off there. So don't worry about that. You can go in through the editor. We'll talk. Okay. And as long as it's not a strike, you're good, dude. Do you know how many claims I have on my account? I probably got like 200 claims on my account for music and shit like that I'm now going back and undoing, because I'm cutting out whatever licensed music or whatever the hell I threw in there. Because, I used, I'm Gonna Knock You Out, or I used some Metallica song or AC/DC song or something that threw it off in my opening.
Right. Well, with me, the music that I have in there is copyright free, music. So it ain't that. And the thing is, they're not giving a purpose. They're saying, well, we have the power to do it just because, and they're not even giving whether it's there is no music because I cut out the audio.
Okay.
So is it the clips that I'm using?
It probably is, and they are probably just a tad too long. I will show you
Probably.
how to. I'll show you how to go in and edit it inside YouTube, because you can go in and it will actually remove, blank out whatever content is doing it. That way you can get it to go away.
All right.
And you're not monetized yet, so they're not going to. It's not like it's affecting your monetary bottom line.
Right.
I'd keep doing it and be like, let them claim you. Claims don't hurt. As long as you go back, like let's say a week or two later, and fix it. But right now, just keep doing the content that you're doing, man. Don't worry about them. I saw your first couple of Stargirl videos, and I thought they were fucking perfect.
Yeah, it's taking like 42, 49 minutes of an episode, chopping it down to anywhere from 6 to 7 minutes, tell a quick story, let you know how I feel about it at the end, and move on. And the thing is, I'm not even showing all the fight scenes. I'm just showing enough to
with the appetite.
Right. Just to push the story along, let you see what happened, but I'm not giving it away. Shit, if you want to watch the whole fight and everything else, then you go and you watch the actual show if you like the review enough.
Yeah. I know one way you can fix that is to keep each clip to 8 seconds, and don't like go from one clip right to another. Give it a space a little bit, and then throw in a different clip, but don't start it right where you ended the last one. Chop it up a bit. If you chop it up a little bit and you change it up, I know I used more than 8 seconds of scenes from movies when I do my outros, when I've done certain people's intro videos. As long as you chop it up and you don't throw it in there all at the same time, it'll be fun.
Right. Yeah, and man. I mean,
Miss Lorena Creel said, I got copyright claimed by HBO for showing the red wedding scene from Game of Thrones with no audio so my panel could comment. Now I got to edit and re-upload.
Oh, shit. Man.
But yeah, I didn't even care back then when I was doing this. So I've got like 200 videos I have to go back in and clip. I have to have 200 videos that I'm going to spend the next, however long in my free time going back in and muting audio in so that I can get rid of the claim. And Mexican Iron Man just tipped $4.99. Thank you so much, Mexican Iron Man. And Skull.
There it is.
Oh, what the hell happened? What the hell happened? Trey! It's Trey's fault. We're going to do that again. Skull!
There it is. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Trey's Tribbles struck. That's a new one. You just cut my video up, my little video upplay. And Mexican Iron Man says, Mexican Iron Man Taco Origins, #001, now on sale for $3.99. Includes 4 rolls of toilet paper in each pack. I'm guessing for the Corona. For the Corona. Thank you so much, Mexican Iron Man. And like I was saying earlier, man, me and Mexican Iron Man, we would love to have you on here, dude. As a guest. Me and Mexican Iron Man are going to be covering everything we can about DC Comics in the past, DC Comics going forward, DC movies, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, everything DC, Justice League movies, Zack Snyder movie, the new Zack Snyder cut that's coming out.
Well, let me ask you this. What do you think about what's going on with Batman right now?
We got 3 Batman movies coming out, man.
Well...
3 different Batman movies.
Have you heard what was going on with Michael Keaton?
Yeah, I absolutely am terrified what they're going to do to him, dude.
Man, I'm a little worried, man. I'm hoping they don't make them out to be to make them look like shit. Basically is that's you know
When that news broke, everybody was celebrating. And the first thing I did was jump on here and talk about I'm worried. People were
Right.
celebrating. Michael Keaton's coming back as Batman, dude. This is not going to go like you think. This is going to be another Luke Skywalker situation where he's a broken mess. Alfred's gone. He has nobody. He's walking around in his house robe in the mansion, and he's just a shell of what he used to be. And they're gonna make him crap.
Well, I don't know if you heard, but a little bit of news spilled out yesterday how he was supposed to be in that Crisis on Infinite Earths series that came out back in like December, January, and
that was Conroy.
Yeah, he was supposed to have been in Kevin Conroy's spot.
No,
he was initially. Matter of fact, they got pictures of him with the metal braces
no.
on his body. That Kevin Conroy, yes sir. Look up Emergency Awesome, if I'm not mistaken, and they'll show him. And they have a lot of deleted scenes. They also have a deleted scene where in the background, when he was in the Batcave, you could see the 1989 Batmobile with some sheets over it. So he was actually supposed to be in Kevin Conroy's spot. But what happened was WB stepped in, and before they put it out, they were like, let's remove him because they had other things in plan, which is what we're seeing come to life now. And they were like, if they would have used him up then, it would have made him look like shit if they tried to bring him back for what they're trying to do with this movie stuff. If they would have killed this character off in the Crisis on Infinite Earths TV show that went through like Batwoman, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, Flash, The Arrow, if they would have used this character then the way they made they made him look bad. Kevin Conroy, he didn't look good. Like his character, the way they made Bruce Wayne look like that looked bad.
And guys,
he got electrocuted. Dog, you saw when Batwoman kicked him, Kevin Conroy, and killed him in the Crisis on Infinite Earths little crossover they had for the TV shows. She kicks Kevin Conroy, and then he falls onto this control panel that he's had in his Batcave ever since he was Batman. He falls on it and he gets electrocuted. Dude, he's been pressing those buttons. That's his shit since he was Batman. But you can kick him against it and he can electrocute himself off of his own shit. That's like me being in my kitchen, and this is my kitchen. You come on in. I have my stove. You're gonna kick me against my stove, and you think I'm just gonna blow up and get turned on fire just because I got pushed against my stove? Like, it doesn't make sense, man. It's just
well, they didn't know. They didn't know. I'm gonna I don't know if you know about this. I don't know if you remember this because I covered this. Michael Rosenbaum was
Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor from Smallville was given a phone call and told, sign the contract. He was provided no script. He was provided no story details. He was provided no information on money. They said, sign the contract. You have to sign it now or we can't use you. And he said, no, I'm not going to do it. How many people did they do this to? Because they know those characters are going to those actors are going to take one look at what they're going to do and go, no.
Well, you know, the funny part is they from what I heard, they went to everybody, CWWB, they went to everybody that ever put on a costume that is still alive. Burt Ward, Linda Carter, they went to everybody.
Yep.
The original ISIS, the guy that played the original Shazam back in 77, 78, they went back to all these people. Old, new. That's how they was able to get the original Birds of Prey. You remember you ever watched the Birds of Prey TV show?
Yep.
That came out back in the early 2000s?
Yep.
Well, I own the whole series on DVD. You know, that shit's hard to find.
Yeah.
I own a copy of that on, you know, and they bought the chick that played the Huntress. They bought her back for the Christ on Infinite Earths TV show. That's how they was able to get Burt Ward back. You know, that's how Brandon Roof, you know, came back.
And I will
Michael
admit,
Keaton.
man, that opening when I saw him and you hear that no, and I saw him, dude, I was like, oh man, I'm so pissed that oh my god, I can't think of his name. The guy who played Batman in the old series.
Oh, Adam West.
Adam West wasn't there, dude. It was just like if he was still here and they'd have both been there.
You know, and the crazy part is he died like not even a year or two before they filmed that.
Yep.
He would have been on board like, yo, let's do it.
Let's do it. That's right.
And knowing him, he probably would have even wanted to suit up.
JP Saranac says Gene Hackman is the only Lex Luthor that matters. I really liked Michael Rosenbaum.
Yeah,
I did.
And actually,
I really liked him as Lex.
And actually, Michael is actually the best Lex Luthor that I've seen in real life so far. I mean, somebody else will probably do it on the big screen better, but for now, he's the best Lex Luthor I've ever seen, and actually looks the part. Lex Luthor is, he's built up a little bit, and shit. He ain't no nerdy. Yeah, he's not no nerdy. Lex Luthor in the last 20, 25 years of comic books he's done some shit that you can't look at him like he's Gene Hackman anymore. Not in the comic books.
No, and when he wore that white suit, when Michael Rosenbaum had that all white suit on, and he was playing the president in that alternate Earth on Smallville, right. Dude, and he had the glove. Dude. He had the glove, and you're like, yes, that is fucking Lex Luthor.
Yeah, because that's a storyline when Lex Luthor became president.
Yep.
Yeah, and then that was. And he was the president in all comics. Like, he wasn't just president in Superman comics. It was like he was the president, period. Yep, he was, yeah.
Julia Rex says Michael Rosenbaum, grade A. But yeah, can you believe that they reached out to him and said, no, you have no time to think about it. You have no time for us to get you a script. We have no time to talk to you about money. Sign now or you can't be in it. And they did that for a reason.
Well, they said that they weren't giving up their budget couldn't even cover that shit. So they were just hoping that on the good graces of people just being able to show up and just come on and just do a part, that they would just come on and do it. Ezra Miller agreed to it.
Yep.
And actually, when he showed up as the Flash, that shit fucked everybody's heads up, for real.
Yep.
That even me, I saw that part and I was like, whoa, because that lets you know that
it's all tied together.
Everything's tied, and that's the reason why the three people are like, they're like, oh, 3 Batmans, that's too many. No, dude, there's not too many Batmans. There's Flashpoint Batman. There's our regular Batman. There's the Earth 2 Batman. That's 3 of the most major Batmans. And then Batman Beyond.
Yep, Batman Beyond.
Dude, I mean, there's a lot of Batmans that, their Batman matters. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's Bruce Wayne. You just catching different variations. And if it's not Bruce Wayne, then it's Thomas. If it's not Thomas, then shit, it's Damian or it's Dick. In some cases. So,
and having Cameron Conroy come back for Batman Beyond was epic, dude. That I was like, holy shit, dude.
Oh yeah, from Batman Beyond,
yeah, from Batman Beyond. Having Kevin Conroy come back and do the voice of Bruce was, dude, my favorite episode of that entire series was the one where he sees the Iron Man suit for the first time, and he's like, "What's that?" He goes, "Oh, it was something I was working on," and Terry gets captured by Ink, and old Bruce shows up, and you hear the music, dude. When that Iron Man suit engages and it's like boom, and it's like dun 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 dun. Oh, dude, I had chills because I was watching that with my kid, and I was like, yes, that is my Batman.
There you go. There you go. It's I have that whole Batman Beyond the complete series. I got that shit upstairs, man. That shit is worth every penny of it. You remember the 1990 Flash?
Yep.
I have that whole series upstairs too.
And I was so happy that they brought him back to be Barry's dad, dude. I was so excited. And then the Star Labs, dude. She's not Star Labs, but she's at wherever the hell it was, dude. The woman that helped him in the original Flash series. The fact that they got both of them back.
Right. Yeah. It was Star Labs.
Tina McGee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Tina McGee. Yeah, it was Star Labs.
Man, that's just.
Did you see when he died in the Crisis?
Yes, the original.
I was mad I was pissed. I was like, why the fuck does my Flash have to die? I was pissed. I was cool. I ain't gonna lie. I threw something at the TV at that one. I was like, this is bullshit, man.
Yep. Kevin Conroy, and yeah. And they make our Smallville Superman.
Oh, he died too.
Yeah.
Dude,
and they took his powers. Oh, I gave up my powers. Why? You're Superman. You don't give up your powers. That's the worst decision you can make. You fight for truth, justice, and the American way. You don't just give up. That's what we have to look forward to with that Clark. Oh, well, I retired and I've got kids and I'm just a normal guy now. Oh, look, I've got the kryptonite. I'm going to throw it over my shoulder like someone threw a lightsaber over their shoulder.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's maddening. Oh, DJ Odyssey said they showed him again at the end. See, I didn't watch all of Crisis. I didn't watch all of Crisis on Infinite Earth. I got so pissed when they killed Conroy that I was like, you know what? I don't even want to watch this.
Yeah, I between Conroy, between the 1990s Flash jumping on that treadmill and then fading out as he was thinking about, him meeting no girl in the first episode of the pilot episode of that series. He was thinking of. I was like, this is bullshit. And yeah, and then you get to see Brandon Routh, like his Superman. He ended up dying, like at the end of it. But then he came back because you saw him flying around because he's supposed to be our Superman, Christopher Reeve Superman.
And everyone at the Daily Planet died in that one. So his Lois and everybody died at the end of that one. Yeah. They want to systematically destroy our heroes. And Broken Entertainment, I threw this up a minute ago. They want to embarrass us. They want to take away the things we love because they want to leave us demoralized and unwilling to fight back. Kill what they love.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a lot of that. Why do you think William Shatner doesn't even want to come back to play Kirk?
Yeah,
because he knows that they're going to give him a role that even if you can explain how he lived, which he, in my shit, he lived past generations. You explain that, they bring him back to what? Only make his character look like Picard? That's the thing. People are afraid to come back because they already saw what happened with Mark Hamill and Luke Skywalker. So I don't know. And I mean, that's happening to DC right now. Again, superheroes are under attack. I remember I seen that picture of Superman with a cop hat.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a badass picture, Chronos, for your
Oh yeah, he is Maximilian.
Oh, Max, yeah, that's
Yeah, he is Maximilian.
yeah. I have that movie upstairs too. That shit is fucking. I love that.
Could you imagine if they had done okay instead of doing if you want to name her Batwoman, fine, name her Batwoman. I don't care. But could you imagine if they would have done that series as Barbara Gordon is recuperating from being shot by Joker?
Well, I mean,
She's like you
if
see
that's
her
the case, it
working
would
out.
then that would be an Oracle story.
Yeah, and you see her working out like kind of like Arrow does, Green Arrow does, but you see the bullet holes. You see the scars
Well,
from the bullet holes. That would have been a badass opening. And they could have, you see a phased out version of the Joker where you don't see his face and you just see him shooting her. You see like the gun, but it's
well,
faced out of focus.
that's what they did for the Birds of Prey TV show that came out about 20 years ago.
It's
If you would have to look at the intro. I mean, you can pull it up on YouTube. You look up the Birds of Prey TV show. It had Black Canary, it had Batgirl, it had Oracle, which is Barbara Gordon, and then it had the Huntress. And within that show, when you watch the intro, it'll show how Barbara Gordon got the reason why she's in a wheelchair, because they show a picture of the Joker, pulling out the gun, but they don't actually show her getting shot because that would have been too much for TV.
Yeah.
And they also mention how Batman's dead at that point, and that's why these heroes are stepping up to to protect Gotham.
Yeah, that would have been.
I didn't like that shit either. Like, you could have been the Birds of Prey, without it being at Batman's expense.
Yeah.
But shit, that's how, that's what they ran with. Man.
And DJ Odyssey says my beef with Crisis was them killing off Earth 66, which was the Adam West Earth, and killing Robin in it.
See, when Burt was walking down the street, he was with Bat-Hound. I don't know if anybody's familiar with they have they had a cartoon called DC Pets or DC Dogs or whatever, but it was Bat-Hound and Crypto, Super Dog. Yeah, that's Superman's dog, Crypto.
Yep. And
they actually had a comic book that had a cartoon. The kids loved the cartoon. And so when you see Robin walking with Bat-Hound, he was, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was a Great Dane or some shit like that. If you know Batman, you understood what that was. And just to see Burt Ward get snuffed out like that, man, I was like, this is bullshit. It lets you know that the universes are connected, but why the fuck does he have to die?
Yeah.
Come on, man. I don't know, man. I'm just tired of seeing, the shit that we grew up on at the expense of a fucking storyline have to be X'd out or have to be replaced. It's like just for ratings or whatever. You're just gonna kill this dude's whole, his character's whole existence. No matter if it's TV show or movies, that shit ain't right, man. I don't know. Fuck, man. They did it to Kirk. They did it to Spock, man. I don't know. Yeah, dude. I mean, what Thundercats? I mean, dude, we can go beyond TV, movies. We can go to cartoons. There's so much shit getting X'd out. And the bad part about it, it's happening now. It's happening within the last 4 or 5 years. I'd say, at the most. But between the last 4 or 5 years till this very second, oh man, there's been so much shit getting hit from all different levels and societies. It's just, every little society that they have, from comic books and TV and movies, and you know, you got your fanboys that like all of them, and certain people like certain sections of everything. Everybody's feeling it, and it's just Doctor Who. Hell, I didn't grow up on Doctor Who, but man, I feel for y'all, man. I feel for y'all, man. I mean, shit, something that's been running for that long. I can just imagine, you know, boy, that's just older than Trek. I mean, and for that shit to get crashed, you know, for that shit to crash and burn like that, oh, that's rough, man.
No,
that's rough. You know, I'm picking up old Doctor Who to try to understand it, but I won't really watch it until I get my hands on the first episode and be able to, you know, move on up. But man, something that's been deep in, you know, in his lore for so long to be done like that. Ooh, shit, man.
Yeah, and DJ Odyssey says, why can't they wipe out this new Doctor Who? I could only hope.
Man,
they can. They can wipe
Doctor
it out.
Who and Star Wars, it needs it so bad. It needs it so bad.
Yes, it does. Guys, we are just at the 1 hour mark. I want to thank you 24/7 for hopping on here, brother. Thank you so very much, man. I know it was like last minute, and I know me and Mexican Iron Man are going to be working very closely on the DC show we're going to do, and I would love to have you back on with Mexican Iron Man, dude, because you know your shit.
Well,
and
you know,
that's a hard thing to find. A lot of people, you know, oh yeah, I'm a fan, but whether you know your shit or not, man, I know everything from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and about mid 2000s, and I just stopped reading the books. You know, I'm movies after that, but anything after 2005, I never read it.
Right. Well,
I never read it.
But shit, man, you know, we're here, man. So, you know, shit. Tell you what, man, you know, you guys, I'll come on in, man, and I'll share my books, share my knowledge. Like I said, man, there's 7 crates, all DC. So there's nothing to play with, man.
Yeah.
Let me know.
I will.
Man, we talking Justice League, Justice Society. We talking everything, you know, Batman, just you name it, man. I'm there. So
hell yeah, brother. And Chris Persia says, great stream. Thanks for dropping in 24/7 Fusion Media.
Chris Persia, boy, that's the man right there, man.
Yeah,
that's the man.
Wrenches.
Yeah.
Hang out, dude. I'm gonna do my outro, but hang out, dude, and we'll talk as soon as this is done. Guys, thank you so much. I will be back on tonight at 7 p.m. Central for 7 Kinds of Mischief. Until then, you guys have a great day, and we will catch you all later.
Love you all.